Corla. Since 1953, there were 44,682 adoption orders made in Ireland. And it's simply heartbreaking to think of all of those adopted people of all ages who have been denied access to their birth information, their frustration, their anger, the emptiness they feel at basically being left on the outside. Now, most of us think nothing of getting our birth certs in order to access other documents. That's how it should be for all adopted persons. And while the bureaucratic aspect of not having access to one's birth cert is hugely significant, the personal aspect, the knowledge of who I am, where I came from, who my birth parents are, that knowledge is denied to some. Now, the number of refusals for release of birth certs to adopted persons in recent years is significant. In 2013, there were 15 refusals. In 2014, there were 2. In 2016, there were 15. In 2017, there were 9. In 2018, there were 6. And in 2019, there were 9 refusals. So in that period of time, 46 people were told no. They were denied a chance to find their link in their family chain and the identity they were seeking. Minister, how many of us have been riveted to programmes like Who Do You Think You Are? Or Long Lost Family? And in many ways, it's like we take that journey with those people as they try to access family information and sometimes family members. Well, tonight we're on a journey, but it's a different type. It's a legislative journey, and that's to help ensure that all adopted persons can access their birth certs. Since the 1952 Adoption Act, we have a long history of trying to enact comprehensive legislation on this matter. And while in fairness, very genuine efforts have been made by very many people, some of them actually sitting in this House tonight, we still have failed. So we have a duty in this Dáil to ensure that this basic human right is enshrined in our legislation. And while I believe, Minister, you are committed to it, I want to strongly say we cannot fail again. So the bill we are discussing here this evening is the first step, and that's because of our failure to progress legislation that establishes wider rights to information. This bill separates the right of adopted persons to access their birth certs from consent to make contact with either parents or relatives. A first step, as I said, but an important one. Finally, I wish to briefly refer to the Clon Project submission to the Committee on Children, Equality and Integration. This submission was published in June of this year, and I know, Minister, you are very familiar with it. But this represents the voices of very many adopted persons and provides a detailed analysis of what they believe any comprehensive legislation should include. Earlier you spoke about what your legislation proposes, but this document goes further, analyses what is in your proposals and suggests what I believe are very worthwhile amendments. We will come to that at another time. But the guiding principles in this report are that nobody can be left behind, and when an adopted person is seeking information, they should receive the file, the whole file, and nothing but the file. Those principles, as I said, Minister, must guide our work in the future. Can I finally thank my colleagues, Deputy Connolly and Deputy Pringle, for bringing forward this bill. I am more than happy to support it. It's an important step, because what it does is it keeps this matter high on the political agenda, and it is an important addition to the debate.
Thank you.